Let's take a look at the NBA.
Oh yeah.
Now, can I give you some breaking news right now on the NBA?
Absolutely.
I know you said you had mentioned that score earlier from your boys, the Warriors and the Bulls.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson right now has been taken out of the game. He shot 18 for 29, an NBA record 14 threes,
wow.
and scored 52 points in 3 quarters.
Lord.
14 3-pointers. He shot 29 times. He made 18. I mean, that's as efficient as you want to be. 14 of those are 3-pointers.
Every night the Warriors are saying, you know what?
Klay,
you get a turn.
You get a turn.
You get a turn.
You get a turn. You get a turn.
You can't stop them.
You can't.
And that's how nasty that team is.
It is. It was Kevin Durant that did it to the Knicks the other night, which I don't mind. I don't mind because my whole thing with the Knicks is play good for most of the game and then lose at the end.
Oh, that was me last year. That was me the last couple of years with the Lakers. Keep me entertained.
Right.
Take them to overtime, lose by 1.
Exactly.
I'm okay with that. I need a top draft pick.
I think KD's gonna walk this year. I'm predicting he's going to the Lakers. That's what I'm predicting.
I just don't see it.
You don't see it?
I don't see it.
He and LeBron hang out all the time. They're always in pictures together. They work out in the offseason together. I don't see where else would he go.
I could see the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
I could see somebody like that to where it's his team at that point.
Right.
But you got Porzingis if he can stay healthy. You got the new what's the guy's name? Sean. What's new guy they drafted this year?
Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina. Right.
Yes.
Mitchell Robinson. The Knicks have a good going forward. They have a good core going forward.
And you got Sibdell as the coach.
Right.
I wanted him as Lakers coach. They wanted to give Luke some time. I don't know how long that's going to last because if they don't do well this season or they flutter out in the playoffs, Magic and Rob Pelinka didn't hire Luke. And while, you want to keep your homegrown talent, he's our coach. I don't know how long he's going to be there if he can't get the job.
I like Luke because he understands that Golden State system, and I think that's going to be beneficial when you run into them at some point. I think that he might be able to help you in that regard.
I like Luke because he was born a coach.
Yeah.
He was born a coach. He was a coach on the floor from day one in Arizona. He was a coach on the floor for the Lakers. Like I said, when the NBA went on strike, he went and took a coaching job in college while he was still a player. So, he was born a coach. You don't want this guy to develop into the next genius coach somewhere else.
Yeah, and you got LeBron too. You technically have 2
right.
coaches. So you see what happened to Tyronn Lue, right?
You got Rondo. You got 3 coaches.
Yeah. So I think, yeah.
Well, but it's bad because LeBron is playing this. I don't have much time to wait, and so like you say, you don't want Luke to go somewhere in the next 5 years and become the best head coach. And
right.
LeBron's not looking at Luke like that right now. LeBron's like, hey, I got to win in the next 2 to 3 years.
Right, but see, LeBron needs to get his head straight because LeBron's never, outside of Spoelstra, had a real coach that he respected.
And he doesn't know how to pick a coach. I mean, let's just be honest.
Exactly.
Like, look at Tyronn Lue. He lasted, 6 games after he left?
He needs to stop. He needs to stop.
It's a bad day in Cleveland all around. They've lost a coordinator, a head coach for football, and it's a bad day in Cleveland if you're a head coach. So.
Right. Terry Francona is missing right now. He's not coming out.
Go to work.
His neighbors are like, I haven't seen Francona today.
Yo, and Larry Drew, they said Larry Drew was the interim head coach. They told him that. He's like, no, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
He denied it. He denied it. No, I'm not.
I don't want that.
I'm good.
I'm going to go down to strength coach.
I'm just here.
Yeah, nah. I don't want that. I don't need that pressure in my life right now.
Right.
Not today.
So,
no.
A couple of games and a couple of teams to highlight from last week. I watched the Lakers and the Nuggets. That was a fantastic game. And one of the reasons why I think the Lakers are poised to shock a lot of people is the collection of veterans that they have to combine with the young players, right? The Rondo, Lance Stevenson, even Michael Beasley, JaVale McGee, LeBron 5, right? Mm-hmm. That's where the difference is going to come in. especially with Rondo and Lance, because those are two guys that are going to get on the floor and scrap. And as you know, Rondo will throw a two-piece in a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we know
So
that.
I think that's where that's where the Lakers are going to have an advantage.
Lance is
and
a
I want to
dog.
give a shout out to Coney Island right now. Brooklyn, stand up. The Lance Stevenson that's playing for the Lakers is the Lance Stevenson that New York thought was going to hit the NBA out of New York prep basketball. Lance Stevenson is a legend in New York prep basketball because you see his size and his skill set.
Yeah.
He was a point guard, right? So he came from that long line of point guards behind Telfair, behind Marbury, out of the same high school, and he never really turned into the player that we all knew that he could be. For whatever reason, he's showing that with the Lakers. The playmaking, they're giving him the ball and letting him run the point.
I know what it is. The difference is somebody believes in him, and the best player in the world believes in him.
Exactly.
He talked to
Because
him. He said,
he
"This is what I
knows.
need from you."
No, it's not even that. It's because LeBron has seen it
Yeah.
with his own two eyes.
Yeah, they gave him fits in the
Right.
playoffs.
Right.
Lance can play.
Right. Lance can play, and now he's doing it on offense. He's been doing it on defense. His shooting obviously is suspect, right? But with the ball in his hands,
He's streak though.
he
He's a
can
streak
do
shooter.
Right. He's not a. I think that means not a good shooter.
Well, you know what it means? It means when he warms up and it gets real competitive, he can
Right.
knock down shots.
Right. Tim, what are you thinking about Lance? Do you see a difference?
Tim, are you there? All right, Tim's not there.
Okay.
What I'll tell you about Lance is that I noticed they have him running the point.
Right.
Lance he's getting everybody in the offensive sense. Remember he played in Indiana, he'd be all over the place.
He'd be all over
and
the
the coach
place.
would be like, "Oh my goodness," he'd be calling
Because the
timeout.
coach doesn't know how to use him.
Lance comes down the court, he's telling guys, "Calm down. You get over here."
He's a point
He's
guard.
calling plays. It was impressive.
Right.
The thing I like about the Lakers the most is that the things that we thought they weren't good at, they got better. Right, so the ball kid comes back. Lonzo, he's got a little bit of a jumper. He's gotten better. He's a better on-ball defender. His
Right.
body is stronger.
Right.
Lance, no antics. He's balling. JaVale McGee is trying.
Right.
You don't see him doing the Shaq and the fool stuff anymore.
Right.
These guys are focused, and that's why I think at the end of the day, I'm not saying they're going to win a championship, but they're going to be right in the mix.